Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So, real quick, I just wanted to, talk about sort of what happened with the conference and the whole energy thing with Aaron and Eric Dollard and Parker. So, yes, I know I know I made an announcement a few weeks back saying that I was going to be there, and I fully intended on being there, and it's a whole thing basically. So, I wanted to talk about this because it's important for me to get this out there, and important for, I think it's important to keep the people informed about the reality of the situation and what's going on. Okay, so I just want to say that first of all, I was the one who actually set this whole thing up. I mean, Aaron runs his free energy conferences every year. I always watch them. It's good stuff. It really is. I've said before. And, I've used my position, with Parker and what we've been able to accomplish. And, I know that Aaron would be interested in our audience, because Aaron is a capitalist. Aaron can see, the benefit of having us on. So I got in touch with Aaron, and Aaron wanted me to get in touch with Parker. So I that's how this whole thing happened. So I let Parker know that I'm like, hey, Aaron and Eric, they love you. They want to, get you on. They want to give you a presentation. We'll do this. So we made plans. Parker said, fuck yeah, let's do it. I was gonna write his theory for him, and we were gonna plan on doing some stuff, and that we were all planning on doing that until a few days ago, and then I actually decided to change my mind on that for like I said, on my Telegram. There's a multitude of reasons why I decided not to do this. Basically, it comes down to respect. Okay, like nothing against Parker, nothing against Aaron, nothing against anyone anywhere. It just you have to understand, guys, that in this world and in this field, everyone has their own intentions, which is fine. I get it. I have my own intentions too, and I'm very clear about what I want. I've said to Aaron, I said to Parker, I said to Eric, my intentions are the mathematical theory behind this, okay? I am quite certain that this theory will be doctrine one day, so that is my intention. We got to get the math down. Once the math is down, once everything is right on paper, the engineering will follow. So that's my intention. The theory is pretty much done. Now we're just, we're doing the meter now, and we're going to be doing some, I'll get more into what I want to do later in the future. But, yes, everyone has their own intentions, including Aaron. Okay, for sure. And I spoke to Eric Dollard twice on the phone now. I got his number from Aaron. I got the EPD Labs phone number. I have their personal hotline. So I could just call them and say what's up to Eric, and it's so fun. I love talking to him. I've talked to Eric twice now, and mainly I wanted to talk to Eric about the versor theory and his theories, and if I got it right. So I ran down my basic understanding of the theory to Eric. Eric said that I understood it and I'm on the right path, and I talked to Eric about metering it, and I told Eric that I wanted to kill the watt, which is my intention, and Eric said fuck yes, that's how you do it. He showed me, he referred me to the Steinmetz method. He referred me to all this stuff. It's all in his lectures. He showed me the exact formulas you needed, why it's happening, what it is, etc. Okay, so that's my intention. And the second time I called Eric, I've spoken to him twice now on the phone for about an hour each time. And the second time I called Eric, he was very upset. He was very irritated, very agitated, and he was very pissed off at Aaron. And it sounded like Eric. I don't know what's true or what's not. If everything's all good with them now. But Eric was very, very upset. Okay. Basically, Eric is so funny. Eric told me Eric calculated the amount of kilowatt hours that Aaron spent with his wife away from him. It was so funny, and it was a lot of kilowatt hours. That's a lot of energy, And Eric, like I said before, Aaron is a good guy who has a family. He's making a living, doing an amazing thing. It's the truth, and that's what I think about it. But the intentions, okay, and it makes me wonder, and basically Eric also agrees with Aaron on this, and my goal eventually is to set up Parker's as well. I'm gonna work. I would like to work with Parker on this in the future. It's setting up a global, industrial wireless system using these longitudinal waves. Aaron said that this is the move. These are the most efficient. This is the most efficient way to send waves through the ether wirelessly. Okay, not even that though. It's about the vibration thing. It's about countering negative frequencies with positive healing, growth, and supply frequencies. Okay, that shit matters. And there's 5G, there's radiation, there's cell towers, there's a bunch of negative radiation, like negative frequencies out there that we don't even know about. and establishing a system like this, we could do this. We could counter their frequencies. What's the basic law of physics, guys? How do you stop a force? You counter that force with a greater or equal force in the opposite magnitude. So that's what the world needs to heal. We need literally to emit, healing frequencies. Aaron seems to think that this is not possible. Eric has said so too. They think that there's too much stuff inside of the Earth right now, is what they've said. They said that there's not going to be enough bandwidth. They said that there's going to be a gluttony for energy. People are going to abuse the system, and maybe, but anything you can, like Joe Rogan says, you can abuse a cheeseburger. We need this out there. I think that's like what the whole point of the meter is. Once you have the meter, and you can start charging for it, then that will stop the abuse. Nothing's free, okay? It's a greater energy. It's a uplifting in consciousness is really what I'm trying to do. Now, they've made a bunch of over Unity devices, guys. Like, it's all proven. They know it works. They've done it before. But their stuff is electromagnetic. Like, I know Aaron's big thing is like the Bendini, I think it's called, solar charge thing. It's basically it's all electromagnetic, and I know that's what he wants to do. So my thought on this is that Aaron doesn't want us to do these longitudinal stuff because it doesn't personally benefit him. Okay, so that's what I think, and which is fine. Whatever, it is what it is. Yeah, basically Aaron was all excited. I was going to be assisting Parker in the presentation. We're all gung ho on it, and I was like, "Hey, Aaron, I think it's because it's really unbelievable how TikTok works. Like, I've been getting tremendous views on TikTok. It's unbelievable, guys. It really is." And I go to Aaron. I'm like, "Aaron, dude, like if we gotta record some TikToks to promote this. It's a quid pro pro. Obviously Aaron is a legend in the field. He has got great knowledge. I think that you guys, the audience, the people, would benefit greatly from this. It's bringing over a ton of new people, the younger generation, Gen Z, who's on TikTok. Like, I just don't see why Aaron wouldn't want to, promote this with me." And I reached out to him. I've multiple times. I'm like, "Aaron, dude, let's record something. Let's do it, whatever." And he seems to have no interest in wanting to do it, And to me, that's disrespectful because, I pull more views on him than him on TikTok, like on a much regular basis. So to me, it just seems like he's losing more than he's gaining by not doing this. And to me, it's like, okay, does he not want to be affiliated with me? Is he embarrassed? Like, is he too good for me? What the fuck? So it's just disrespectful. It really is. Like, you scratch my back, I scratch your back. If you don't want to do this with me, then why should I do this for you? Okay? So that's what it comes down to, really. Again, no disrespect. Aaron's a good guy. He's busy. I get it. He spends a lot of kilowatt hours with his family. I truly get it. Like, it's fine. So I'm not going to dwell on it. It's not that big of a deal. I'm on a very good trajectory on my own, and with Parker, we have the means to set up our own thing eventually on an industrial scale, which will happen. Things take time, though, people. Engineering takes time, okay? Especially with this meter, because there's a lot of, like, things that you have to do with that, like the FCC, like that's how they got Wilhelm right, guys. I have to be very careful about crossing my T's and dotting my I's. That's why I'm skeptical. I'm like actually kind of worried to release information about this. I think I'm gonna get killed over this, honestly. That's how fucking worried I am. But I'm gonna do it. The people need it. Whatever it is, what it is. If I die, just know I did my thing. Don't let this die, though. People, you gotta expand on the theory. It's not that hard to understand. If I can understand it, I got D's in algebra in high school. If I can do it, so can you. It's all about willpower. It's all about focusing and applying yourself is how you're going to understand this stuff. But, yeah, that's how they got Wilhelm Reich, because Wilhelm Reich served time in prison. He was the one who made the orgone generator, the healing thing, which a lot of people are skeptical about. I was actually very skeptical too until I learned the truth about it. And people have done scientific studies and papers, and there's a significant change in your immune system after sitting in one of his boxes. They put control people, they put test variables, they put boxes with no healing effects, and they put boxes with healing effects. And they found that after 45 minutes of sitting in one of his healing boxes, your immune system is greatly benefited. There's great changes for the good in your immune system. So I truly believe this works, and that's why they fucked him. They don't want this out there, So they arrested him on his tax. I believe it was. I don't know the specific details, but I believe it was something to do with like he was trying to sell his devices and do that over state lines, and something with the government. They didn't like it, and they got him. They arrested him. They made him look like a pedophile. You Google him. They say he's a sex offender because he talks about like child sex theories or whatever. And my counter to that is, okay, why is he the weird one when literally all of you people dick ride, Sigmund Freud, who talks about the same shit, like literally Wilhelm Reich's, it was a different branch of where Sigmund Freud wanted to go, and yet he's the weird one. Total hypocrisy, they fucked him. So yeah, with all that being said, I really do need to be careful about this. I think for now the move is going to be demonstrating it on TikTok. I do want to send this to Parker. Parker said he will demonstrate this, get this out there first, show that it works, and then we'll worry about mass production and selling, because I do really think that, the next generation of engineers will get great clarity with this device. We're not thinking about, electrostatics, right, in terms of the watts, and the volt and the amp. All volts and amps are, as I said before, are mathematical fictions relating to fluxes, the fields. The fields are everything. It is not charges going through a wire, okay? I kind of wanted to talk about, like, just some of the stuff that I've heard and just what I plan on doing with my future, because I'm an electrical engineer. And Eric Dollard, I want to talk about this. Eric Dollard has warned me. Eric Dollard has been through some shit. They fucked him. They have actually like fucked over Eric a lot, and like he's bitter about it, and I'd totally be bitter too, because if you look into his story, it's quite amazing how many labs got ripped away from him, how much of his stuff has gotten stolen by bandits and various government entities. Like, they fucked him a lot, guys, because he's the only one who knows how to do it, and he's public about it. He's their enemy because he actually knows. They hate him for it, and he knows it. When I was talking to him, like, we got cut off a few times, and he even made a joke. He's like, "Oh, they cut us off," and I'm like, "Oh fuck, this is kind of dangerous," But it was awesome. But Eric said like a lot of things to me that that were very profound that I'm thinking about. And one of the things I wanted to talk about was Eric said computers are the devil. Okay. And I know how outrageous and how ridiculous that sounds, but obviously you don't, like, the devil's a metaphor. It's like the bad energy is what the devil is how I look at it, okay? And if you look at computers and, like, digital devices and how they work, and they basically, it's about the intention. And the intention of the computer is an error state, okay? It runs off of remove and error states, okay? It's taking the previous, the previous binary number, comparing it, and making the next binary number off of that error. It runs off of error state, okay? It is already, if you make something if you make something that runs off of an error state, it's going to be intrinsically bad right away, right there, and that's what I think that's where he's going with it. Eric said that it's because the way computers work, it's semiconductors, it's all silicone, and Eric seems to think that his exact words were that this is a silicone beings are trying to implant themselves and impose themselves onto carbon life forms. And it makes a lot of sense, guys. It makes a lot of fucking sense, okay? Silicone is not a good metal, okay? I've heard through meditation, through deep trances, you can actually change, like, humans are iron-based blood, right? We have a biofield. We have, we're electric beings, our iron blood carries the charges throughout our body, and we can actually measure and quantify this biofield, right? So if we have silicone in our blood, think about what that does. It's going to significantly weaken our biofield versus, intense meditation, whatever. I've heard that, the legend of Thor, the demigods who are down here, I heard that they actually had gold blood type, and I've heard that humans can actually raise or lower your blood type based on your vibration, right? So imagine your fucking biofield if you have a gold blood type, that's the goal right there. And I think that's where Eric was going with this. And the idea is with this Tesla system, this is an analog wave. It's not digital. We're not sending remove state, data. We're sending natural analog signals through the ground, right? So if we we can set up data this way, we can set up internet this way, we can do anything through these waves, and since these are analog waves, they're untraceable, okay? This is encrypted internet is what we'd be getting, okay? This is Bitcoin before Bitcoin, people, and I plan to bring this out. That's my goal, that I want to set up a wireless, communication system. Untrackable, untraceable, this is the future, okay? All based on analog waves. And There's people who are doing things that are what I've heard is fucking nuts. Okay, so first of all, digital computers we got to scrap. We got to get rid of these right now. This is how the government is watching us. We need to scrap these analog, with encrypted data. That's how we do it. Untraceable. Everything will be private. Your phone calls can't be. It's just impossible. They won't be able to monitor it. Now, what I've heard, guys, the future I see is analog computers ran and grown off plant matter, connected to the ground, powered off of these signals. That is the fucking future, guys. That is it. Okay? Plant matter computers is what people are doing, and I would love to get that part of my, in my reservoir of things to bring out, because that's totally the move. Again, this is Bitcoin before Bitcoin, people. This is a gold mine. I encourage all of you to, any able mind, to, maybe contact me, hit me up, see what we can do, see if we can, if we can design some stuff together. I'd love to get this out there, okay? Anyway, that's all I really wanted to say today. I will be, like I said, the meter thing, it's done. I'm just kind of like worried. My next step is going to be, because I have it breadboarded, and now, if you know anything about electrical engineering, you don't sell products that are breadboarded. You have to go get it printed on a PCB thing. And I will talk about this real quick. I'm no longer in Illinois. I've actually moved, I'm not going to say where, but I moved across the country, personal family stuff, guys. I don't want to get into it. It's whatever. It is what it is. So yeah, that's my move. I'm gonna have to, once I move back to Illinois, we got to get this PCB test, printed, and then we can go from mass production from there. In the meantime, I do plan on rolling out TikToks this week with the meter. I have started working on some basic equations. The move I see is so the Tesla coil thing I built. If you're following my TikTok, I have a mini scale model, like magnifying transmitter, and I've gotten it to fire a few times, but my neon sign transformer is fucked up with my spark gap configuration, and I actually had a dream about it, and Parker was saying too that he was able to get his magnifying transmitter to run off of an audio amplifier output or input, and I've seen others have success, with steady state devices on their Tesla coils, with semiconductors. That's the move, guys, because if you do it right, your semiconductor will act as your spark gap. It will fire and discharge. As long as you create the right frequency and you tune it, you look at your oscilloscope, you're creating that pulse, which is what you need. It's the transient that fires up the Tesla coil. So if you tune this right, you can actually do it. It'll be way more efficient. It'll be way safer. And on an industrial level, I see that as being the move versus a neon sign spark gap input. Why should we? 15 kilovolts is no joke. That can kill you easily. We can avoid that. And I think this audio amplifier input is the move. Okay. So anyway, that's all I really have to say today. Like I said, stay tuned this week. The next following weeks, I'm going to be working on my meter. I'm prioritizing that. I've already started some basic equations based on data. Again, this is electromagnetic data, though. I just want to get comparisons down, conversion factors between electromagnetic and electrostatic realm, because they're not the same. Lowercase e is not the same as uppercase e, as lowercase I is not the same as uppercase I. It's the potential, people. It's the thing before the thing is what we need to keep in mind, okay? So anyway, with all that being said, if you're rocking with me, I love you guys. Stay tuned for more, all right?